Paradise Canto 16. We are here Easter Sunday. I am here in my tarot room welcoming a new week of Divine Comedy. Actually, this is week 16, so I mean it's ending of the week 16. It's following the week numbers. We are now still in week 16. But this is the book we are going through. And meanwhile, it's kind of like a pilgrim. Some people might see a little bit like a paradox or contradiction situation here, because today I brought on the Easter Sunday here a tarot spread. We will have a tarot spread from this Power in the Shadows, a powerful dark feminine morrigan. And this is connected to, it's a phantom goddess connected to war and fight. And it is like, okay, how Christian are we here doing this kind of dark readings? But I would say, like, I truly believe my readings are meant to be psychological, and facing the shadows is the way to go if you want to be whole. So I'm here to let your shadow meet your light so you can be whole again, and that's the whole mean here. But in the meanwhile, we can talk about, indeed, in the Easter Sunday also about morrigan, that somehow now was meaningful for me. There is powerful things always changing astrologically. One fact is that the Mars, we are now currently in this planet of Divine Comedy, is also having planets. We are currently in the Divine Comedy in the planet Mars, and the Mars is currently in the Leo. Who is here? Et Herelal. Hi, how's it going? Yes. Happy Easter. So let's talk about that Friday. Now Mars went to Leo, sign of creativity, sexuality, all these kind of creative powers and passion. So that might be the energy shift here. Then I have the morrigan. I'm sensing a little bit this kind of war in the air, so that's why I took the morrigan. I cannot just be saying as a fact, but I just sense there is huge, this kind of chaos energy that can be a big change, but in the worst it can cause some wars indeed and conflicts. So let's hope not. Let's make this reading peaceful in the sense that we hope the world peace here. But we get this morrigan here to show a little bit future predictions, and the spread is to see a little bit what's coming. And I thought that's needed in these times. Yes, Ethereal, I know I'm gonna get annoyed, but I have a question. Yes, you can put your question here. I took a new system that I will have a block of paper, and when you put a question there, I can write it already down. So then I'm starting to list the questions also to know what I'm able to answer. But truth is, I'm gonna make this pick a pile reading first, and the aim is that I do 3 of them, and only then I do the answering the question. Let's see, sometimes in the middle of the pile I might do it, but I was thinking to just write the questions in the paper, then it's easier for me to start to note. But during the reading, maybe I'm not doing that because I'm so focused on channeling what's coming. But if you write your question now, I would write in the paper. But let's continue introducing what's going here. Happy birthday, Taurus. Today is also change of season of Taurus, so it's not just a Mars is in Leo, it's a new kind of energy of Leo, but also today it starts Taurus season. So I took the very shadow card of Taurus, that you can learn to make the Taurus shadow. If you look this, how it's made. So this can be representing the Taurus energy here. As well, today I was seeing with my son a Minecraft movie. Little inspiration from there. I was a little bit changing my set still in the last minute. Like a little Taurus celebration here. This is a nice tennis from the Minecraft. That's a nice movie. And yeah, this is the Divine Comedy card for today. And there's many cards I will pull live. I did took some here. Let's introduce the piles first. So anybody want to make the question, I'm gonna soon read what Ethereal say. Pile number 1 is Third Eye, Grey Aventurine, and the Halloween deck comes with that. Then we have this Eihwaz. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Yeah, Eihwaz rune. This has been before also. And your first card is from this kind of shaman related cards is 61 water. That's to choose the pile. Pile number 2 is also third eye. This is just my extra crystal on the bag. It's Labradorite from Romania, the land of the vampires. And my own Shadow Sister tarot deck that I've all created now in last autumn. I draw it all. Your rune is Fehu. This has not been before. Is this kind of rune called Fehu. And then number 12, the coyote is coming here. And pile number 3, we have very high energies, crown chakra, Amethyst, and this so above deck. And then we have the Naudhiz rune. The short meanings of this rune would be, this would be like a horse, this would be cattle, and this would be need. Just sorry, and then yeah, luminous warrior is your card. So just your choices. Let's see if I write now Ethereal's question here. Yes, let me see. It's nice to have interaction. Okay, it's a kind of long question, but I'm gonna make your name at least here that you have asked a question. Let's see. I'm gonna put your name down. Ethereal. Okay, I'm gonna just put your name down that you could be selected, but now yes, yeah, we had so fun. It was just, he's 10 years old. He's totally Minecraft age. But now let's continue. This reading goes forward. So your today's card following the Divine Comedy is this record with the 2025, and I'm gonna read it. Should I show something here? Maybe I will. Maybe this can become the Taurus season symbol because the dragon is away. Now we have earthly wolf. So you can look this Dennis in the eye while I read this card. So the record of time, the Divine Comedy Paradise 16. Paradise is where one should be beyond all trivial attachment, and yet Dante glorifies his own nobility of lineage. The heaven of Mars is where family ties and human affect are on the surface. Dante requests to hear more about his great-great-grandfather Cacciaguida's life. Cacciaguida catalogues well-known Florentine families whose fortunes were already in decline in his day. 12th century Florence was at peace. It wasn't torn apart yet by rival factions, envy, greed, and bloodshed. The mission of the epic poet is to preserve the names and the culture that they represent. Dante's goal is to preserve the culture and names, and in fact the names are still here and we still know them. So he made this kind of huge catalog of real families in Florence, in Italy, and to this day they are almost like on a record. They are recorded, and maybe some people need to know this. So sometimes like it's very important to kind of like remember and record things. Maybe there's somebody needs to hear this. Like it's important to have a record of things, how something was and something is as a fact. So yeah, let's start this reading. This is gonna be interesting for me too. I'm kind of excited always to see what comes. My runes dropped. I'm placing this stuff and they are like jumping. Okay. Here. start with this water in Eihwaz. And I was actually making this kind of morrigan related shorts to understand when you should call morrigan to help you. And I think maybe I should treat this. This is a little bit like a warrior style list. But to just start is maybe somebody needs to hear, because this Eihwaz is even connected to warhorse. So maybe there is some this kind of fight element here, and this morrigan is totally then related. So call morrigan to help you when you need strength to stand firmly on the ground to defend what's yours. You need more vitality. You need more bravery to take action. You are concerned about your environment and the well-being of nature. You feel connected to crows and ravens. You need a real wake-up call. You found your inner activist. Nobody responds to your love. You want to shift your perception. You seek wisdom and clarity to make the right move. And yeah, maybe there is some people like who wants even me to answer, like to get the clarity back to the relationship. Diamond Heart, say hello. Yeah, Diamond Heart is it is a live where we can ask questions. The questions are in the end, but I can see especially why this is live is like I like the interaction that you can co-create with me. Like if you see the cards and you have some other stories or coming up something, it can help this reading to become much more meaningful also. Prasant is here. Hello, yes, welcome. Nice. There is regular also here, somebody I know very well. It's nice to have you here. So I'm starting now with pile number 1. Then after this reading, I can already look if we would put this ethereal's question there. I understood maybe your time zone. What time is, I think you are living in a different time than I'm in Europe now, it's like 6 o'clock. So if somebody has to go to sleep, I can kind of understand like, okay, then I could take that question in the middle of the pile. But now when I start, it's all about like you're supposed to select with your intuition which piles call you, and then it's kind of everything is coming for you. Who knows, I'm able to even like channel people being here, like your energy, because I'm feeling it. But Diamond say it's 6:11 to here, like it's like after like a the same as me. Yes. Prasant is happily here. So no, water is here as your shaman card. So this is a little bit like a giving you advice. But I was thinking like these cards I didn't even say. We talk about the Mars in Leo. It is just the energy is very potent, and creativity and this kind of let's go, let's do this. But like I think this is here representing kind of the masculine. And now live, I would like to bring the kind of Venus on the table, and I want to do it live. And then as advice card, we will have this Earth Wisdom, very Taurus related. This will be the Taurus season fitting advice card. So I just want to pull live this Venus card, but this will be kind of the Mars card here on the table, something about the water. Then we have here boundaries. It's got verifying this energy. So if the Mars in Leo is now here, it's all about boundaries and how you keep your boundaries. And if I just think about the water as an element, actually there is not much boundaries in the water. It's all like a liquid. You know, every fish is there. Where is the boundary in the water? Here, interestingly, there's a bubble. The water makes boundaries with the bubble. Interesting idea. That's the way how the water makes the boundary. Etela said my guys Leo. So it's something about that, like being in a bubble, and that's how you can create boundaries with the water. Anyway, this would be the masculine here, and now soon I will read all the rune. I'm just excited to see immediately because we have this morrigan reading. It's like a fighter spirit, and this whole deck is about fight, fearless, fight like a girl. So I like this is like the morrigan card now. I'm gonna see it live. What is the pile number 1's? Fearless morrigan. Okay, here immediately. Feel it. Okay. Wow, the self-centered fight 34. This has come before also sometimes in my readings. Maybe it's meaningful to have that. So there is the Venus on the mountain top, together with this water bubble masculine, whatever it means. Maybe there is some kind of like a, yeah, how do we interpret this? Water is very related to this kind of moon cycles, of course. What is this says? This is waxing gibbous. Sometimes you could predict seeing when this thing is happening, for example. But anyway, female is very self-centered. Interesting, there's this matching flower. Okay, let's take other cards to define this all live. I have also this new deck, it's called Mini Tarot. So we can just take a little mini card from here, just seeing the relationship. Card here. And this side. Wow, oh, so sweet. Oh my god. Do you understand what is this card? Knight of Cups is totally water cup knight. And here we have a water bubble. That's what is going on. This is totally a romantic man here. This is a romantic stuff going on here. Ah, this present-day carnation flower. Cool. I didn't actually even know the name, but do you know what it means? Every, like a Victorian time, every flower had a meaning. And actually now I didn't do my homework. I don't know what is this carnation flower meaning. I just thought it fits perfectly to Taurus. I just thought that. So, wow, this is indeed verifying that we are talking about here romantic night, some kind of beautiful poetic soul. Sometimes the defect of this kind of Knight of Cup is that they are very thirsty. They want to come to drink up the cup. They come from the desert, very thirsty, and they come and they go. So this can be a little bit like a seductive type, poetic type that just come and go. But it's here. Okay, so let's see what is the female. Okay, we got here, is a diamond, is a pentacle, yeah, it's a 5 of pentacles. So is this usually kind of left in a gold a little bit. Can be hardships with the money, but it's very indeed like a Taurus related energy here. Like a wanting to be enough, have enough, but there's some financial struggle possible. Oh, self-centered fight. Maybe it's like, even that is here hard. It's almost like I didn't even read this card yet. Like, oh my god, I have to do all alone. Like, that is kind of the match girl story also related to 5 of Pentacles. It's like just alone handling with this last match, and it's kind of like why nobody comes to help. But this is almost like rising up to this kind of higher view position to see at least like a high view of the situation, not to be completely like a having not sight, because the hidden meaning here also is that there is a spiritual wealth. There is those pentacles in the church in that classic tarot card. There is actually, if the couple would just notice, they are like tangled in this kind of material world struggles, while the wealth is in the spirituality. So while she is climbing to the high mountain, is really this kind of spiritual pilgrimage also going on here. So she does understand that you have to kind of go over the storm clouds to see clear. This guy is here having the feelings. Okay. Present Sarma, I love plants, flowers. I have a huge collection. Is the name Carnation. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is nice to change kind of flowers based on the season. And now it's like, actually Taurus would be very connected to rose, but I didn't see a rose popping up. So other than in the flower shop, but this was like really this season. Okay, let's go forward. We take, before we go to this morrigan spread, see a little bit more. This relationship related spread. It's like nice. Okay, I have to put things into place. There is also the morrigan feather here. I have some elements. I have even a dagger. So let's put this back here. So emotional landscape now. Let's see what is going on here. What is, we already know the woman is a little bit more in the mountains. Man is floating somewhere in the water, feelings. And I still have to read the rune, but let's have now a couple of emotional landscape here. This nice Van Gogh painting even. Let's have, this is enough. And here is also some kind of bush of, I think it's like a cherry blossom. We have here innocent. Romantic, okay, very much aligning with this romantic guy. We have here running a marathon. And fruit. It's like very related to feminine fruits. Okay, let's see what we read first here, because I think before I go to the morrigan spread, I have to give you one more card. This is the archetype activated now. I wanted to bring this kind of diamond here, because it's almost like a, give a diamond ring. But this is very like a, let's say, taurus-like, kind of like a, think about coins or diamonds, so that these cards are beautiful. What is this kind of energy archetype? Here. Okay, I don't feel it yet. Oh, my birthday was last Sunday. Happy to be here. Yes, I noticed that, I knew that it was, but you were not there. I actually started my reading also different hours, so can be that didn't match your birthday plans. But I'm trying to get now archetype card, but yes, if you have followed my readings, this card has actually come for Aries sometime in Aries reading, so it could be really fitting for you. It's been coming often for Aries. Now I have to really feel this. What is this? Just still don't feel this one. And this one last advice we leave to the last after the morrigan reading. Now this is shapeshifter. How interesting. Because morrigan, we are gonna have some morrigan spread, is said to be a great shapeshifter. The energy of morrigan is shapeshifter. We have this, even this one here. Wolf is connected, like in the stories of morrigan, she's changing to crow, to wolf, to an old woman, and there is this kind of ability to even have three faces, like a maiden, mother, and crone. And that is here. There is some kind of shapeshifter energy activated here. So now I will start to read this rune, because we have to get forward with this one. We are always learning in this reading also runes. So Eihwaz is connection between the rider and the animal. Nice that this is like really the Eihwaz rune is about like having the horse and the rider, and it's showing this masculine card also. And it's connected to earth and dual power structures and horse, transport, movement, progress, trust and change, even a war horse. Indeed, I said like for morrigan, while this is kind of like a really even saying that. I put even this icon on my reading, like a black horse. It can be like this kind of dark horse, like a, in the chest there is also like a horse. It can be kind of like a strategical moment. I felt intuitively while this rune was here. Tarot is lovers, magician and star, so it's very powerful energy. Very powerful, showing this is an interesting match. Eihwaz consists two elements which should embody not only loyalty but rather the existing trust between horse and a rider. It also prophesies a harmonious cooperation of two forces that want to achieve the same goal. In ancient times, the horse was considered a sacred animal, as it always stood by a man as a faithful companion. Horse can also have untamed energy. Horse carries its rider and helps him to take part of his burden. Who rides a horse comes steadily forward. It's a very good omen for this guy to even make a romantic move. There is like a beautiful, but maybe somebody feels like this emotional landscape is like a running a marathon, like it's a long way. She's like on a mountain top. It's not so easy to go there by horse. And yes, I take the questions later, but this was now that part, and I think now we go to this morrigan reading. So we have still cards. After that, we have the emotional landscape, not like the current feelings of a person, and even advice card from this very Taurus-like earth wisdom. I decide which card of this I read. Most likely the water. Eventually, I verify. But now let's go to see this spread. So it is 5-card spread, and I've already put a preview in my shorts about it if you want to do it at home. So first is what wind brings. This is very predictive reading. What wind brings. It's almost like she's really looking like the wind is rising. So what the wind brings to this people. What I have to learn next. Then whose help I will be needing. So there's advice to this journey. Whose help? The cards. So what is the biggest obstacle here? It's morrigan related advice. And what gives strength under my wing? Okay, this one is feeling here. Wow, 4 of Coast is what the wind brings. This can be also a little bit anxiety and waiting energy. Being a little bit waiting the answer from the spirit to give you the kind of 4th cup energy again here, while this guy was here already. Knight of Cups, much more advanced. Here is kind of like waiting the momentum, waiting a moment to take action. This can be also card of procrastination. Wind brings a little bit this kind of pause. That one is like pensive and thinking what to do with this kind of emotions you are having. Yes, but it's almost like other people are around you, like busy trying to understand what's going inside of you, but you're then turning inside a little bit here. Okay, so here, what I have to learn next. Okay, Ace of Wands, beautiful passion card. So that's a cool thing, because this is usually really like a new initiative of taking some initiation of project, or it is really like a freedom actually of doing something passionate. But this is interesting that the devil hand is coming to pull the devils. But yeah, this is usually a very passion card. If you have now this kind of Mars in Leo, that is also kind of initiating a passion. It's like if this is like, okay, you feel like you need to sit down and wait, eventually it's like things just start to happen. There's just this huge passion, almost like it just comes to you like, okay, no more hustling around here, like, yeah, you're mine. Like there's really this claiming, whatever is this passion, it's being claimed, like you are mine. Could be on a person. So that is now the position of what I have to learn next to claim that passion, claim that wand, to like almost like a magic wand, like I will now do this. I'll start this. And no more waiting. Then we have next position over here to see this. Whose help I will be needing. Wow. What a cards. Oh my god. It's getting very interesting. Ah, yes, girl, wake up was that this is what I plan to do, opening salon to 25 or 26. Yeah, like thinking about it, but then taking the huge action towards it. It's like no more like toying about it, just let's go. But these helpers here, devil and the magician, this is like a show. This is like a showtime. These are some entertainers almost here. Oh my god. Whose help I will be needing? Devil and magician. Big energies. Mother with 3 kids and then this with a rabbit. Wow. What we make out of this. I know I have made interesting that we have the morrigan spread. It's very witchy. And here is this kind of very witchy woman. So maybe they are connected, that this is the assistant also in there. Like there is some kind of team here. Maybe that's about it. Like they form a team that is very passionate, very aligned with this. Passionate, and then this ability. But I was just coming to the fact, like I have a reading, devil versus magician, and devil is no and magician is yes, classically in tarot meanings. So devil is very unconscious energy, but it is kind of like a, of course, codependent also, and can be like a uncontrollable, like a urge of passion. But devil is just like even shadow work, like there's just so much like this work energy that you just have to do something, like you cannot help it, like you have to follow that career part, you're so passionate about it. But then magician is working everything with the knowledge and studying and very like having a certain way to work the magic, to pull things out of nothing, but very conscious about the moves. So this would be a really like a master energy here, while devil is the power. So whose help you will need? Powerful people here, but somehow in the show business. Yeah, yes, I love the deck, but this is very interesting. Interesting how the work is done here and here. It's like different. But wow, this could be even people like Capricorn and Gemini, because this is usually connected to Virgo and Gemini, Mercury card, magician, and this is connected to Capricorn. So this could be even the people horoscope signs. Okay, so next position is what is my biggest obstacle? Okay, so 2 of bats is like undecisive, like not knowing, like kind of having to do a decision with what is this giving a noise, this candle? Having to do the decision like blindfolded, like not completely seeing, just feeling it, because it's a very intuitive card. That's an obstacle to trust that intuition. It's kind of this fearful, like what is around I cannot completely see, but just feeling it. And then that biggest obstacle to trust that inner knowing, like a gut feeling. And then justice, making the right choice, indeed, like being balanced, but following your own path is again like it is really like an energy. What is energetic match? That's the obstacle, to recognize that. What is here being balanced? Libra card also. This is the major arcana card here. Somehow Libra. Could be something to do with the Libra, because there's really this toying with the 2 thing, making a choice. This big obstacle. Maybe that is the difficulty here, to make the right choice. But yeah, let's see now. The last one is here. What gives strength under my wings? So morrigan say that this gives you wings. Wow, being an empress. Amazing ending to this, that being a mother, being a nurturing, being this kind of creative force, and somehow even an incubator who, if this is here kind of sitting and doing nothing, understanding like sometimes the time passing, it's needed to things to be matured. So I've said sometime in the Divine Comedies even mentioned, like unripe things can be evil because they are not ripe yet, and you have to ripen things in the nature too. The apple that is not ripe, it doesn't taste good. So sometimes time has to pass, and kind of mother energy is this kind of nurturing, being pregnant, and empress know the cycles and the right timing. So that is here. That gives you strength, that mother, that nurturing aspect. Being like a, even if somebody is here now, this woman here in this relationship, becoming a mother, being a mother, having a mother in your life, the mother is a very positive energy in your life. Like it would be like a beneficial for you to understand this empress energy here. Of course, this is all the queens in one card. Queen of the all queen, divine feminine. So embodying even that divine feminine energy, that can be helpful. It gives strength, that gives you strength to you to recognize this divine feminine in your life, or like a really this flower gets in the same corner. Sometimes I really see this field consciousness, things at the same energy are in the same corner. So this makes me think about Mother's Day even coming. They are all in the line, these cards. Interesting. It's almost like this guy here is between this devilish woman and like a sacred and profane theme is here. It's almost a choice is between almost like the sacred and profane here. So this is devil here on this side, making a good choice for you. Shapeshifter. It's also like changing energy. The boundaries came here with this men's side, especially. Could be something meaningful there. That's setting clear boundaries. Of course, mother is a exactly person to say to a child, like, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. That's, people might get even mama trauma about like all these rules, but it's for your good to stay protected. So that here even could play a positive role to have boundaries. While if you have a shapeshifter card connected to the water, it's very fluidy. This water energy is not having boundaries so much. That could be the thing to work on. Let's start to read about this card now. Soon I give you other more cards, but I want to exactly read now the water card because I talk about it. This came for the masculine and this relationship related. Let's have the shamanistic advice. What does it mean? Water symbolizes purification, regeneration, birth, revival, and cleansing. It signifies an evolutionary shift from former self to a new self. Many myths around the world speak of a great flood and the new life that is revealed after a deluge. Water begins without boundaries. Yeah. So it begins without the boundaries. Then, as soon as form has separated itself from water, it comes under the laws of the time and life, thus acquiring limitations. So it could talk about that relationship even, starting with this man here. It starts very freely and openly without boundaries, and later comes all this more strict. Or it getting a shape. It gets shapes. It starts with this kind of floating emotion, and then it gets shape. Okay, we have also third eye here. Next thing I'm gonna read about this female in this relationship is this. Where we place this? Maybe we put it here. The water guy is here. This was number 34. This would be the fighter spirit morrigan itself here for the female. Telling about what is the fight. When you fight like a girl, self-centered doesn't mean selfish. It means being centered in your power. It means you recognize that you are the center of the wheel of your own life. All spokes lead out from you. Therefore, it is your divine order to keep yourself centered so you can do the best for yourself, your life, and your loved ones. If you want to maintain your center, vow to not let what's urgent get in the way what's important. Notice what brings you alive. Make a list of things that inspire you, then prioritize them in your day and week. Create a protective golden circle boundary around them. In order to thrive, you must spend time with what's essential. No one and nothing can dictate what keeps you centered except you. It's also this kind of Five of Pentacles, this thing. Okay, let's start to understand more. Now we take the current feelings of your person. We go there also. I leave the shapeshifter in this reading to this. This is really this energy of like changing a little bit. Be able to shift and change. It's very morrigan-like energy. So current feelings of your person. Number one. I changed this back now for the Taurus season. I have here Midnight Romance, maybe is omen for somebody's. So let's see. We have here Special Connection. We have here Dark Horse by Katy Perry. Mark my words, this love will make you levitate like a bird without a cage. But down to earth, if you choose to walk away, don't walk away. Then we have here, I feel very close to you, by Calvin Harris. I wear my heart upon my sleeve like a big deal. Wow, there is this guy. Your love pours down on me, surround me like a waterfall. Wow, amazing. Like this guy is completely feeling this. Is definitely coming from this person. So your love pours down on me, surround me like a waterfall. And there's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now. Wow, this is so cool. A knight with a white horse is somewhere in your radar. Do you notice it? Okay. And then we have here still this. Crazy by Aerosmith. Say you are leaving on a 7:30 train and that you are heading out to Hollywood. Hollywood, wow, this, oh my god, now these cards get a new meaning. Who is gonna help you? This is totally some entertainment people, like Hollywood. Oh my god. There is something going on here with the Hollywood Hills. I don't know how it's related to everybody around the world, but here we got. Feeling a little bit crazy about you, by number one. And not last but least, we have here the Earth-related advice card. It's coming from this Earth Wisdom, very Morrigan-related. Tree energy is even connected to this. Is total tree energy. It's called the Morrigan, so we have really this divine feminine on the table. That's supposed to be in this reading even. The strength. Somebody is this loving, completely like a Mother Earth with the flowers. Now you get the advice card. Okay, sis. So pile number one is beautiful, big picture, 23. So if this feminine was already up, like willing to have the big picture on the mountaintop, now has landed to the ground to see this kind of growth. No, it's a key on the ground. It's interesting dynamic here. And definitely the shapeshifter is really spring energy even. So, pile number one. This is a plant. Belladonna is said to open the chakras and expand consciousness. So it's a plant, visible somewhere, maybe in these flowers. Malachite, and that is in here mentioned the crystal, activates psychic vision, can be used for scrying, and helps to focus on what is important. And this big picture card is, when situations feel chaotic, confused, or unsolvable, it is easy to feel frustrated and throw in the towel. What is missing here is the key to understand it all. There is more going on than meets the physical eye. Clear and open your chakras and allow your consciousness to expand. See the big picture and the key will be revealed. An affirmation by number 1. I step back from chaos into calm. I allow myself to see the bigger picture. I trust the key I seek will be revealed. So actually, I didn't read this prompt for this spread of morrigan, was to like the morrigan can be cryptic in its answers, so you also don't need to be clear. Let the messages flow freely and the answers will be revealed later. So whatever is coming in this reading is meant to be also now being shown, and you might see it later. And this say also take the time to understand the bigger picture. And maybe when this is coming next, that's what's happening is here. You are having a little bit meditation pause to understand the bigger picture, and it's a good thing. But then you need to take this action. When you start seeing it, you start taking this bold action, and then you have all kind of like friends who are really active. These people who know who are they in your life, the kind of working energy, heavy, or a very passionate working energy, and the magician as well. These are people who definitely do something about their gifts. They are not laying around. They are really making things happen. But then again, there is this obstacle to be a little bit, always like a little bit judging. While judging energy can be needed, you need sometimes to have a clear understanding. But when you are following your heart, sometimes it feels like this. You don't always see the fate is like that. You feel it, but it's not that you see it immediately. You have to believe it and then see it. But that nurturing mother energy is what you need, and it's also visible here, kind of letting things to start to grow. And it does take some time, but it needs also this kind of like a sacred space, what is also visible here. Like there is some magician is operating in a special room for it. Here, okay, devil has its own domain, but understanding the places you operate, even where are you now, what is possible there. Sometimes you have to go somewhere else because that place is not like a benefit. So you have to see clear indeed, like, are you in the right place? And do you need some team? Nice. I see this is really good choices. Yeah, but this is Prasan say I'm scared. Yeah, you have your own exam things, but what I can immediately say to people is this can be obstacle indeed if you are too much just taking your time, like, okay, let me decide tomorrow. Like sometimes you have to really, in the action you make maybe failures. That's the biggest fear. Actually, you could ask, what is my biggest fear if I would do mistakes? Sometimes you really learn. So the action taking is what you need, and these people are showing example of it. Like whoever they are in your life, let them teach what it looks like to be powerful, like a maker and doer in this world. These two are showing it. Okay, so I'm gonna clean this first. Wait, this was the first pile. How long we are busy already? 49 minutes. Yes, I know I'm a little bit like hungry for these cards. Take a lot. This rune was even talking about being very faithful about something. So remember your commitments. it's good to commit. It like me do. I'm committed to this reading. On whatever is Easter Sunday, I'm here. Like it is, and same cards in this reading is interesting. Same cards can come, so we will see what is the Morrigan wanting to show us. Like this shapeshifter goddess. Are we gonna get similar cards? Or sometimes, yes. The part of the, I didn't read that shapeshifter card, but part of the shapeshifter card, I remember now, it was the kaleidoscope idea, that you are shown the same picture again and again with a different kind of lens. And sometimes I have started to see like these three piles show the same message in a different, like a kaleidoscopic view. So I don't know, is this trying to go to that direction? But we'll see. This is only the first one. This was my new little deck I bought from Brussels. It's like a mini tarot. And this will go away. And the next one is, okay, this has to be also good. It's time to clean. Wait, okay, they are not. This is here. Here, here. Okay, this is here. And they go to this. I was kind of promising like I might take one question now in the middle. Let me see. What was the Ethereal's question? She asked, I told you last time how I met Guy and things went south hill, but I can't stop thinking about that guy and I miss him now. There's a catch. We were just friends and I texted him, but he hasn't replied. So now I'm regretting thinking it's not gonna go well. Okay. Let you form a more clear question. We go forward. I want Ethereal, if you're still here, you should make a much more clear question for me to answer, because this is what is exactly what you want to know about him. Like it would be better for me to know that before I start taking. Okay, now we go with the pile number 1, pile number 2, and usually I take that question in the end. I think it's the best thing because this pile reading is the, oh my god, let these feelings be there. So next one is my own tarot deck. I'm excited about using this because I've designed this myself. We have Coyote here, third eye chakra from Romania, very beautiful Labradorite, kind of magical. And I still want to have this in order. These are a little bit a lot. Okay, stay. Let's put this morrigan feather here. Okay. And the knife, the dagger. And here is a Fehu. This is related to much more success and abundance. So it's kind of very good omen here. Now the masculine card is 12 Coyote. So interesting here. And the defining card is Power 16, which is actually the same number as today's reading. What I connected, kind of even selecting the morrigan to be the spread, it is connected kind of to Tower, often the 16. So I felt there is something powerful, like a think about this 16 number, and it's showed even here now. But this of course talks about full moon. This is a full moon card, so it could give an omen of the next full moon, that something powerful is happening there. While this is abundance card and success, it's very potent energy for this masculine showing up in this relationship, like some huge powerful person. Like this is connected to cattle also, like having cattle, being like kind of wealthy. So the coyote is powerful and wealthy. And who is the female here? Let's see. Pile number 2's morrigan fight. What is going on? And the boots went. Let's put the boots on the table. Pink boots. Maybe symbolizing of the feminine now what's coming here. I don't know. Just felt taking. So what is this? I have to feel it. Really, sometimes I don't feel at all, and so I have to keep doing this. This. Wow. 36, the raging fight. There is a little bit darkish energy here. We get almost like we get almost like a darkness and light polarity here. Like this is such a light, and this is like, if we're talking about Morrigan to be the phantom goddess, it looks like a phantom goddess, really like the dark side of the moon. Okay, I'm gonna read this Fehu. Let's start from this before we go any further. It's a new rune to learn. So it's alphabet F, cattle and livestock, prosperity, wealth, abundance, success, security, fertility. It's also medical herb is connected to nettle, but flower is lily, animal wild boar, snake and hawk. Tarot is tower and the magician. So there is even this rune is connected to tower. It's on top of that 16 number. There's really like some tower moment here on the masculine side. Something like a big karma moment change is coming here. Looks like even the person is quite powerful. So astrology, sun in Aries, moon in 7th house, Mercury on Aries is connected to this rune. Fehu promises returns through work done and creative ambitions realized. Fehu calls for the appreciation of hard work and profit. Fehu stands not only for material wealth and abundance, but also for spiritual wealth. That is here. Let's verify this couple with this mini tarot. Who we have here? Who is this magician tower person? Coyote. Who is this coyote? Oh my god, I have to feel. Ui, these two. And who is this female phantom goddess? Wow, we got a couple energy here. Interesting. It's almost like the guy is like already married. Like there is a couple, King of Pentacle and a Queen of Pentacle. This is a good wife and good husband. What does it mean? Does it mean that the guy has already set the mind there is in relationship? This looks like he is already married or already like a committed. Either way, it's already committed. Let's say if it's a single, it's kind of like a set goal to somebody. It's totally looking this woman. Otherwise, it's a married person. Same suit. Okay. And the woman, okay, interesting. Is this? Yes, independent, 9 of Pentacles. So like a single woman here. Against with this kind of couple. Does this mean that this woman is interest of somebody who is already taken? Can happen. I don't know my tarot community, but is this the thing? But this is independent, abundant woman manages on her own. But there is a little like a raging fight here. What is it pissing this woman off? But here is very powerful. Interesting. Okay, we will find out. We will find out everything. You see now emotional landscape. What's going on here? It could be even that the guy is on the spotlight being happily married, but is he happily married? I don't know, something like this. Or that is just committed to this already, seeing even she's alone. Emotional landscape is going on here. Oi, this and this. Okay. Sunflowers. Joyful, lasting love. City trip. Magnetic. Anyway, this is supposed to be talking about all this relationship. We have here hot love. It's like a windmill picture. And glamorous. And no more isolation is landing with this woman who is completely like alone here in the dark, like the lights off, and she's like having this it's like a no more isolation. What? Why are you there? Like, come here. I need some light too. Okay. Yes, let's see the archetype card that is going on between these people. Kind of being very psychic as well, because third eye energy is even here. It could be some very mental connection. Oh, I have to feel this. So, pile number 2 is what is going on with the archetype with you. Morrigan is showing soon. I even didn't do the Morrigan spread yet. This. What's happening here? Creator, wow. So there is a creative energy, and that is interesting. Interesting. That is what is needed often. When you are in creative process, you are kind of like incubating and things are on the dark, and then they get on the spotlight. It's almost like really like a moon has the show time going between the dark moon and the light, and then here we have somebody's creator. So this is creative energy, very abundant energy. This is abundant and success, hard work. Here is independent maker. Here this couple is very happily married. It could be even ideal of this man if it is not yet, but they are is like committed. They are same suit. I think I have to start reading. I will read first. Before we go any further, I have to read what is going on between these two people here. Now we have to know a little bit more. What is this coyote guy? What is going on there? The coyote is a symbol of the sacred trickster, the one who provides detours for growth and understanding by ensuring that things don't go as planned. I think I didn't read that shapeshifter energy, but I thought that was related to trickster too. So we have again like a trickster energy. The coyote brings the energy of divine deception to set you free from the shackles of that which doesn't serve you. Sometimes it appears that you will get everything you want, only to find that coyote brings you to the opposite of what you hoped for. The lessons offered by coyote may at first appear confusing, but they are most sacred and always for your highest good. Okay, I have to read more of this coyote card because we want to understand what is this trick here. If coyote calls to you, this is like an invitation. This is a time to pay special attention to detours and disappointment, as they are true test of fate. You have set your intentions and turned them over to Great Spirit, yet you may find yourself lost and confused when it appears you are being led off course, off the path, leading to your most cherished dreams and desires. Remember this, coyote is sacred trickster and may be leading you into challenges to ensure that you are ready to handle what you are set in motion. Great growth and understanding come to you when coyote calls your name. So, while this woman is getting pissed off because the raging fight. Don't fool me. It's like, what is going on here? Raging. 36. It's a little bit this morrigan, like a little bit like a... Are you talking to me? Rage gets a bad rap, especially female rage, but it can be a girl's best friend. Rage can purify, stir up the winds of change, and shift landscapes both internal and external. Quiet or loud, a wild howl or a growing hum, anger is both purposeful and natural. Stop bottling it and showing it away in order to be pleasing. Instead, center yourself and carry your rage. Rather than skreek into the wind, where your passion can be swallowed, find solid ground. Settle into a position of power, become the eye of the storm. Use your authority to cry out your claim. Pour your rage into creativity, advocacy, and commitment. Wow, and that is the kind of like a secret sauce between these people, that they funnel whatever energy they have to creativity. And now I'm gonna read that too, because this is pretty interesting how this comes like that. Because everything is created from the void and from the nothingness, and then comes all the color. It's kind of like interesting spectrum of life, like a rainbow. It's also after the storm. This is 22. Now I will read this because this interested me too much. Artist, the alchemist, the innovator. The creator, the first archetype in the trio of existence, is not intimidated by darkness or by lack, which is interesting. Fact that this is the woman stands in the darkness and still is not intimidated by darkness. They know that from the void, creation inevitable emerges. With meager, minimal, and outlandish materials, the creator reveals a new image. They make the empty room resonate with a healing sound. They generate bounty from the seed that others tossed away. Though generative, this archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible, leaving unexpected openings in the wake of its destruction. The creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is, and second, trusting that a force greater than themselves awaits constant collaboration with each human soul. Whether we call it nature, God, goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the creator's lifelong companion. When light, curious, playful, open, surprising; when dark, lose a spark, feels burdened. And if you want to go deeper, Vincent van Gogh letter to his brother Theo. Okay, I just wanted to mention the Vincent van Gogh I mentioned here also, because of course we have these feeling cards even on the table that are kind of very positive. Only this was here like a shouting, like no more isolation. To increase your creator energy, ward of jadedness at all cost. Recommend to childlike curiosity and nix the rules. And the creator is naturally attractive as its energy zings with possibility. You can feel when a creator type enters the room, all eyes land on them. Which brings us to this current astral situation that the Mars is in Leo. So looks like the masculine is in this kind of Leo style, even this is quite me, notice me, power position. And while there is actually the dark aspect currently coming up in, was it 26th of April, is that the Pluto is phased. This Pluto energy is in Aquarius. it's facing this energy, and Pluto is all about now in Aquarius about community, what is good for us, we. So maybe there is this no more isolation. Coming together is some kind of message here. Not to be only about me, coming together. Well, of course, there is this couple energy even here in the masculine side. Not sure what it all means, but yeah. Is this already in relationship, this man? This looks like a single woman here. Let's see. Now we go forward. So let's put this aside. Now we have the morrigan. Spread my own cards. I designed. So, what the wind brings for you, pile number 2. This is the couple energy. Interesting. I'm gonna put it here. Most like this knife has to be even here. Okay. What the wind brings, pile number 2. And then what you have to learn next, what I have to learn next. Whose help you will be needing. This is now morrigan advice, pile number 2. What is the biggest obstacle? And what gives strength under the wings? This 2. Okay, thank you. Wow, temperance card, Sagittarius card. What the wind brings. I accept all part of myself. This is completely this heart alchemy healing moment, facing yeah, your shadow even, because this is like a looking the reflection in the water. Interesting, this coyote card is here, but there's this kind of white wolf in this card. What is next? What the wind brings? There is this, of course, angel card even. Can be like a really positive, like angel on your shoulder, like a guidance for you to really be finding yourself, to be on the right path. Heart centered. This is positive temperance card, Sagittarius card. Can be even a person like a Sagittarius. Then what is this? What you have to learn next? Wow, 2 of Wands. There's a gingerbread man making a travel plans. The energy of the mind is the essence of life, said Aristotle, and time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. So this is usually a person wanting to travel the world and making travel plans and going somewhere, and you doing something with this wand energy. And that is to learn next to make this good plan, possibly even a travel plan. Where are you gonna go? Then whose help you will be needing? Wow. Oh, the lovers. This is not the lovers card, this is a choice card. This quality time, true love. So I think answering to this pile is like, you need the help of your true love. Whose help I will be needing? And then we have a star card, and your true love is shining like a star for you. But in here, this gingerbread man is actually having a sauna under the northern lights. And your experiences are part of who you are and who you will become. The star of your being is rising. So this Aquarius card is like really somebody shining their light. So if here you were like recognizing your essence and start to appreciate who you are and all parts of yourself, here your true love is like mirroring it back to you, like black and white. Here was this recognizing, kind of seeing in the mirror. Here they are meeting, having quality time together, beautiful. But that is said here, you need the help of a true love. You need a little heart healing in a really proper quality time sense. It's a love language, quality time together. You should put this time, this planning indeed to make this time together. 2 cards are really relationship cards, so we have a really repeating number here. Then we have, what is the biggest obstacle? Okay, it's moon. Welcome, this is sacred space, stays magical. So this, interestingly, was already showing here in this man side. So being a little bit mysterious and hiding, because moon is always like some things cannot stand the daylight, like secretive hiding. And the moon card is as an obstacle, so things kept a mystical and secretive, even if it's a fantastic, amazing, even artistic ability to be this mystical, a mystic, but that can be the obstacle. Things are not totally clear, but at least they feel sacred, and there is that sacred space. But the hiding things hidden can be the obstacle. Okay, and what gives strength under my wings? Wow. Again, the same position. In the other reading, I was already saying that it could be an omen that there was this kaleidoscope can mean that the picture comes in a different way. This is an Empress card, again in the same position, the first pile. But now we have here Nyx, Venus of darkness. So we have my interpretation of this kind of primordial mother of all creation, which is completely like giving a meaning of this. This is the dark goddess with the heart. Here is here. So we have a Nyx kind of person here. And yeah, dark feminine can be angry, and it's part of this kind of dark energy. Like you can be territorial, you can be like, this is mine, like what I was saying, to call morrigan to help you when you need strength, to stand firmly at the ground to defend what's yours. This is completely that kind of energy, like that's mine, that's my guy, don't touch it. Like you need bravery to take action. You are concerned about the environment, the well-being of the nature. Really morrigan related, this thing come here. You need a wake-up call, like this person is just sleeping in the roots, but like wake up. You seek wisdom and clarity to make right move, and sometimes it means that you are like kind of like this kind of reflective long time, but what gives you strength under the wing, this kind of strong dark feminine, really emphasizing dark feminine. Like it's healthy to face this light and shadow, like this is the whole and complete here. While there's a second card is Six of Swords, is healing. Show me all parts of you that you don't love, so I know where to begin. And this is like a Titanic hitting the iceberg, and there is a lot of this kind of like subconscious mind coming through. So that gives strength to see this kind of underneath. Even this card is showing underneath the tree that there is whole world. While this you see as an obstacle or seen as an obstacle, here is showing like that secret inner world, mystical, dark things are actually giving strength. So you should not demonize completely this kind of mystery stuff. This can be really like it's kind of like a blanket that is put at you to be safe. This kind of dark velvet stuff, but definitely is repeating this here now, and it's all about creation. Even this energy is like she was creating children in the Greek stories. Her children is Morpheus or Thanatos, like the death is her children, or like the sleep and a death, and kind of really dark things are born out of this, but these are also very creative, very connected to subconscious mind. And this creation, like I do, this is my whole deck, is definitely connected to subconscious mind and trying to work out this kind of energies. So that's here, theme. So let's see, nobody's commenting here. Let's see, next thing, we're gonna give an advice card now. Here. Advice card from the Earth Wisdom. boy, and I didn't took the current feelings of a person. I didn't do this. Wow, 2 is the same number here. 2 is repeating. The 2 is really relationship number, but that is like understanding, and it's a beautiful bridge showing very dark goddess again here on the bridge. Very like if we have a now morrigan reading. Interesting, the morrigan is showing up here, kind of mystically passaging across the reading. Like here is like, look at me, I'm here. But let's read this. Then I give you still current feelings of a person. Wow, we have very high priestess number actually, even this. When I was drawing this Empress, I was toying to make this as a High Priestess, but I had another idea for the High Priestess, so that's why this became now in this deck, Empress. I connected the High Priestess much more to the water, and it's even visible here. Pile number 2 advice for morrigan reading. Cinque foil is a plant and promotes the ability to see another's point of view and unravels hindrances to understanding. And then we have some crystals called Dioptase, enhances heart-centered communication. And then this understanding card, meaning creating a bridge between people or groups requires setting the ego aside. Center yourself in love and light with intent to understand things from others' point of view. Once you can see all sides, act as a peacemaker, helping others release their biases and view others with compassion and understanding. An affirmation. I am secure enough in myself to see others' viewpoints. I seek to build compassion and understanding between myself and others. Yes. And now, still, part of those current feelings of a person. Current feelings of your person. Oh, similar card came as before. So let's see. We have here. The world around you is only beautiful when you are at peace with the world within you. Special connection. This is repeating from that, which is really looking this true love connection here. So it's advice from the special connection. Then, okay, here we have also Dark Horse by Katy Perry. You may fall in love when you meet her. If you get the chance, you better keep her. She is sweet as pie, but if you break her heart, she will turn cold as the freezer. That fairy tale ending with a knight in shining armor, she can be sleeping beauty. What is it? I'm gonna put her in a coma. Strange. Okay. Okay, this was here already. Knight of Wands. I want you 24/7, every second, every minute. There is some sexy knight here. Very passionate. And we have here surrendering to the guidance of spirit. Fated divine destiny soul agreement on the right path meant to be. Which is kind of like next to calm was even the angel thing. Somebody's really on the high levitating here. I think that was about that the feelings, and that was about the pile. And I think I read all these advices. So pile number 2, you have very positive, let's say creative relationship here even. But who knows what is going on here? This is kind of like a husband and wife kind of thing on the man's side, and then the single woman other side. Is this kind of like a talking about something forbidden love, or is this talking about how committed this guy is already? You will know this. Okay. So I have to clean all this away. Oh my god, such a mess always. Anyway, did you like this reading? I find it interesting how this morrigan energy is showing up here. really interesting to see. Even the dark horse that I put in the icon was showing. Even that. Okay, the boots were here. And this can come again. This can come again. There's a lot of elements in my table. There's always a symbol of the snake here. Here we are currently having a snake here. So I try to keep these kind of symbols around, showing what's going on. In a form of an object. Okay, this goes here. Yes. One more reading to go and then I'm gonna take questions. So let's see what's happening. This is belong here. Wait. So I need to put this somewhere. And these can be like this. So we have still very interesting pile coming because this is a crown chakra energy, highest energy in the chakra wheeling. And here is even a masculine showing as a luminous warrior and very fated, related, almost like if you have Easter Sunday, this is like a cross. So it is really interesting, like a Jesus type showing up here, 32. And the defining card to understand who this guy is fear. There is some fear, like interesting, this dynamic here. So there is fear, but there is luminous warrior that almost like the light is inside. Outside can be a lot of fears. It's really like a morrigan related, like crows flying around here, getting out of the cages. But then there is like this kind of inner light, the luminous warrior, really fighting about these elements. Maybe before, because this is such a cross symbol, I'm gonna read immediately this rune, because before we go any further, I'm interested about that. So we have here Naudhiz rune, alphabet N, element fire, deity is Norns, this kind of fate goddesses from the Viking mythology. Yes, this is need, necessity, hard work, and life lessons. Symbol is resisting forces. Interpretation is about fate, destiny, limitations, conflict, willpower, endurance, and self-confidence. It's also animal is connected to links. Body is about psyche, heart, immune system. Tarot is justice and the devil. Astrology is moon in Scorpio, sun in the second house, Capricorn and Libra. And Naudhiz rune combines opposing aspect. It represents the imbalance between what you want to have and what you actually need. To separate the wants from the needs is the true art. If you want to appear strong, you have to know your weaknesses. If you face your weaknesses and work to turn them into strength, you have understand the lesson. To fulfill your desire, you must first go through the opposite of what you want to have. Naudhiz is a teacher that teaches patience and analyzes. Interesting, it's showing immediately here that the opposite of being this luminous darkness warrior is this fear. So this is that weakness, to be fearful, to let the light go smaller, to let this fears win, while here this is that like higher self. We have completely this kind of shadow and light here. Luminous warrior could be even like your heart is, or like a solar plexus chakra. It's inner light, luminous warrior, inner light. That is the guy here. Let's see the woman. Is here. There is 4 people watching currently. It's nice to have a live audience, and I tried to pick as many as card live is better this way. Okay, I cannot take 2. Why you give me 2? Okay, is there 2 women here? 2 morrigan, what is this? We have 2. We have 19, the hope fight, and 22, the make-believe fight. So we have 2, not just 1. We have these 2. I know when I did extensive full moon reading, this became to Cancer and this came to Gemini. So it could be something with the star signs as well. Interesting. Hope. Swamp. Summer and winter. What is it? Interesting, this pointing kind of to the north, because indeed when the North Lapland start to smelt the ice, there is a lot of swamplands. There is a lot of this kind of places with the water when the ice goes away. This wanted to come now. Okay. Let's see. What? Oh yeah, we verifying what are these things. Is Morrigan showing us today. Let's verify with the mini tarot. This is again showing this new deck. Now we see who is this guy. Who is this guy? Oh my god. Show me a little bit more. And here the side woman, just 1 card please. Show her. Show her. Okay, this is 9, yes, so it's 9 of Swords. A little bit indeed. The guy had some kind of anxiety. This is usually like I'm gonna show from my own deck this card because it's very describing. The Easter bunny. I have designed this card with the black bunny, this one. So 9 of Swords, it's always darkest before the dawn. So there is that kind of darkness. The black rabbit is here. The red eye cannot sleep. It's a little bit worrying energy. So it is that some fears. While here we have also matching Queen of Swords. So very, if this was a Gemini, I said this came for the Gemini reading, this is a kind of air sign queen. Queen of Swords. Can be also Aquarius, Gemini and Libra. So this air energy is here in this very mental, possibly this is going mental in the head. Hope and the make-believe, okay. Then emotional landscape. I'm gonna do it like this. This is the way you can also do tarot reading, that you just make the decks like this. We have here hard worker and success. Stay with me, somebody wanting to stay with you. Luminous, genuine, and obsessed. Okay. Yeah, this thinking energy can be obsessed. This can be totally like a how I draw it. The rabbit cannot eat or sleep, is completely like having something in the mind. It's like a little bit, can be obsessed here. Anyway, this is now this one. So let's see now what is the archetype between this couple. Pile number 3, luminous warrior, and this kind of two women. Is he having a relationship with two different women? But or maybe this woman is kind of both. Maybe I want to believe like that. Okay. 2 birds are flying. It's good omen. Couple. Okay, I don't feel yet. I have to feel. Okay, this one. Okay, again, shapeshifter. So now I didn't read the shapeshifter in the first pile, but now the spirit wants me to see it again. Again, we are getting to this kaleidoscopic stuff that it talks about, like even this woman is possibly shape-shifting from this kind of hope to make-believe fight. Like there is even that kind of energy here. I think I have to read that now. The cards keep repeating usually in the reading when they are meaningful, and I skipped reading it, and it's like almost like spirit is snapping to me, like, oh, you didn't read this card. Want them to know. So I have to read it. What is this? Shapeshifter is the energy between this couple. The trickster, the elusive, the formless. The shapeshifter has a love of theater, games and trickery. Its energy appears as one thing only to reveal a more complex story below the surface. The shapeshifter is within all of us to some degree. It is a side of ourselves that is slippery, non-committal and experimental and longs to dismiss the rules. We need its energy to adapt to the ever-changing landscape of our existence. When the shapeshifter card appears, it's important to imagine you are looking at life through a kaleidoscope rather than a single focus lens. At any moment, the scene may shift, revealing a more enchanting vision that you imagined. Be wary though, as the allure of kaleidoscope can leave you exhausted and yearning for solid ground. Dancing long-term with the shapeshifter requires a central pillar of integrity that links us back to our center. When light, vibrant, adaptive, humorous; when dark, charlatan, people-pleasing and trickery. And the ultimate shapeshifter works undercover in service of the greater good. The diminished shapeshifter becomes a people-pleaser. And the shapeshifter is also related to the mask. Yes, there can be heavy theater here. So, now let's read you this people, luminous warrior, 32. So the guy over here is the luminous warrior has no enemies in the world or next. He is impeccable in word and deed. He focuses on his light rather than on what hides in the dark, which is interesting that it came with this. There is still the darkness. Even he would focus on the light. He cannot escape that there is that darkness. Since he casts no shadow, he is radiant as the sun and can transform his most terrible enemy into his ally. His power comes not from the sword, but from speaking his truth at all cost. Okay, so that is the person here, is really truth speaker, like giving truth bombs. Maybe other people are fearing what he might say. Maybe that's here. But he is understanding the darkness. He's clearly having this kind of like a thoughts about that, what's going around him possibly is this darkness. He's trying to make sense of it. And then I'm going to give you still the invitation. The luminous warrior reminds you it is important to focus on your power, wisdom, and beauty. Do not be seduced by what seems wrong with you or with the world. Remember that intention follows attention, so focus on your positive traits. Feed your light with more light until you feel truly empowered. Then there will be little need for action as you resolve all situations from within. This will like solving the situations from within. This person is here hidden. The light inside. So something like let this light just expand and just like deteriorate all this shit, like almost like putting a little candle to burn away some thing. Anyway, we have a crown chakra energy. Soon we're gonna see the morrigan. Still this advice from the, or like a knowledge of this woman. The hope fight. Hope is the feathered thing perched in your soul, the poet once said. It sings to bring you and your spark alive again and again. Now it's time to hold your hope in your hand, like a fierce bird of prey that is willing to hunt your fear and doubt, consuming them. This looks really like there's said like a morrigan is on the battlefield, also like shape-shifting to like a crow, but here is we have this kind of hawk. Kind of like a very warrior style to stand there with the bird. Hope is in some essence that flies in and out of your life. It is essential like an element: air, water, earth, fire, and hope. We are all living in cages with doors wide open. Don't let this happen to you. Don't let this happen to your hope. Bring this feathered friend out of his cage through your bravery and determination. Let your hope unfold and take to the sky. Here, this was also similar reflective energy with this masculine sign, like the cages are opening and the birds are flying free and so on. We got also this, 22. The make-believe fight. When we were children inhabiting the world of make-believe daily, we were tapping into an essential power inherent in all humans. Soon it gets scrubbed clean from us, exuded in favor of logic and reason. Its absence is felt keenly in our adulthood's lack of creativity, passion, and playfulness. It is time to bring this essential magic back. Whether you fake it till you make it, or act as if, or subscribe to the tenet that believing is seeing, whatever track you take, your spark returns as you indulge your imagination, freeing yourself from the rigidity of facts and proofs. Manifestation begins with imagination. Now is the time to let your inner child play in the land of make-believe. Wow, very creative energy here as well. This Queen of Swords is also very head related, so the imagination is here. Okay, next we have still the morrigan spread. I think before we go any further, I do that. So we have very interesting high energy cards to do the spread. So what the wind brings now to pile number 3 to this. Let's put this couple energy here. These small cards. The wind brings. Then what I have to learn next. Okay, it's this. Whose help I will be needing. Okay, let's put this here. What is my biggest obstacle? And lastly, what gives strength under my wings? So many cards. So this is the wind bringing. Wow. 5 of Pentacle and 7 of Pentacle, but both are very water related. 5, 7. Wind is bringing this waterfall and then deep dive. Interesting, these are earth card, but they are going really to this kind of talking about the water connected to the boulder, like how powerful is this? And then this bottom of the sea. Emotional, I think, something. This is a Taurus season, it's very earth season. This can be even talking about like a spring is really this kind of moments when there's flooding and a lot of water. Okay, I think I have to read this a little bit to understand the stories. Waterfall is coming. Where did I put this stuff in? They came together. 5 of Pentacles. This can be feeling like you don't have enough, but in this case is mountains and waterfall. Mountains are formed by intense power. They are thrust upwards by the meeting of continental plates formed by molten metal and stone erupting from deep within the earth, or by huge glaciers carving and depositing great quantities of earth as they move. Then the 5 of Earth illustrates lengthy scenarios. Whatever is going on will not resolve quickly. The situation started much earlier than you may think and will continue longer. There are ways to gain strength and eventually achieve your goals through patient consistency. So this kind of really talking about things take time. The very water that gains its strength from the mountain slowly erodes the mountain, wearing it down ever so softly, slowly. Eventually the water will win this long battle. It could be emotionally something here. Stay with me. Maybe things take a bit long. Hard worker success. There's a hope fight here even. So somehow Spirit is saying about this is morrigan advice, of course, but this is now sea creatures. Despite our shared breathing experience, living under the water is still different than living on the earth. The difference really is water versus air. It seems that it would be easier to feel the flow of the universe in water, that one could sense upcoming eddies and currents and learn to work with them to move effectively and efficient through life. The creatures of the sea seem to do this, and perhaps we, if practiced being more sensitive, could also learn to sense the movement of our environment and of the universe around us. The 7 of Earth indicates that now is a time to move carefully, to pay attention to your environment, to be extra sensitive to energy flow, move and experience things differently than normal, recognize that this is a new situation and adjust your perceptions accordingly. Flow as gracefully as possible without jarring or upsetting the balance. Understanding there's all kind of creatures swimming in these waters. Here is shown from outside, here is like inside. Maybe Morrigan wanna show you this, the element of water and what it, all these feelings, what it holds inside also. It can be a very strong force also like this. Flow. Okay, then here we have what you have to learn next. Wow. You got the moon card. Things about the secrets. You have to learn about something that is kept secret, and of course water is always connected to moon cycle, ebb and flow. What is here? Samhain, secrets. Very bluish things here. Okay, bottom of the deck is actually Hermit card, I just saw it. But moon, secrets, mystic stuff. You have to learn next. Maybe there's something hidden from you that you will come to see, and that will be very emotional, because that's coming next. So it's kind of like wanting to show you like things are getting from the mental to emotional, from the air to water. I was talking about this too. We're getting into the emotions. Here we have the very emotional moon card. This text is all about the Samhain, but it's about darkness, the unknown, reflection and preparation, strong spiritual connections, communication between realms. She accepted Spect, knowing that she is strengthening her connection with the divine. We could talk about these fears here, how you should face this stuff. Both sides, this relationship might have fears, and she accepted darkness without fear, but with respect, knowing that she is strengthening her connection with the divine. Then here is whose help will you need? Wow. So we got the magician. So things are very repeating, like in the pile number 1, we had a magician here as well. So some master, performer, some person who is really taking action. Like it could be really somebody who is in the public eye. And then we have a Saturn card. So rules has to be obeyed with this magic. Let's see the Saturn card, that is very meaningful. I think there was some kind of Saturn placement currently. This is interestingly showing the Saturn here. So, while Jupiter is the life of the party, Saturn reputation is less favorable. Known for challenges, restrictions and hard work, Saturn benefits are often overlooked. Saturn rules our ambitions, goals, career, achievements and long-term plans. These are all worthy things that often shape our lives to a significant degree. With achievements come kudos and recognition, but with Saturn these are all hard-won. And it is in the winning of them that Saturn's true gifts given. Our journey towards realizing our ambitions is filled with serious choices, including how we deal with authority figures and obstacles. We confront structures and restrictions and must determine how we face them, overcome them, or work with them. Through this, we gain experience and wisdom. Life lessons are taught and learned or repeated. The Six of Fire, which is actually victory card itself, in this case, is this kind of very authoritative person. It was like a master Miyagi. It's like Miyagi is here for the Karate Kid. The Six of Fire brings a conservative, serious energy. Situation must be reviewed and analyzed, and decisions made with calculating precision. For what happens now will determine future trends. Much can be won, but not without a cost. It's almost like some teacher master is coming to say, like, do your hard work, be having this certain restrictions on place, and you will be fine. But the magician is the active creator, which I read next because this is Major Arcana card. The position is repeating, so these piles are interestingly bit connected. Message is like similar in this case. Just have to find it. Where is this? So whose help you will be needing next? And Morrigan is show you magician, which is the elements card. Although this card image looks very simple, there is much to be said about the elements. A solid understanding of the elements is an important part of the like a pagan worldview, and magic is the intentional use of personal will to partner with nature to create change in the world for the greater good of all. When we speak of nature in this context, we mean all that exists. Everything that exists is made up of energy, understanding how each person and thing reflects and responds to energy, the characteristics of energy in general, and the laws governing energetic behavior is the foundation of effective magical practice. All energy comes from the divine. It is part of and connected to the divine. It's a long story about this energy work, but that is what you need next. You need to understand the energy. Skillful use of resources, focused will, insightful understanding of a situation. Like what tools you got, use them. And this card shows both the elements themselves as well as human hands. In traditional tarot text, the aces of each suit are often depicted with the hand holding the suit designator, representing a gift filled with great potential from the universe. Here the hands represent that, but also something more, the ability to work with and direct those energies for conscious co-creation with the universe. So the ability to work with elemental energies to consciously co-create with the universe. Indeed, this is conscious, very conscious. And this kind of Miyazaki here, the Karate Kid master, is showing like there is certain way masters have done before, and it's kind of reminding some rules that has to be obeyed. So interesting. Okay, but that you need some kind of mastering energies here. Being a master of your profession, for example. But whose help? There is some kind of older guy, teacher. You should listen. Miyazaki. And what is my biggest obstacle? Death card. Okay, this card came also, I think, last week. So transformation and change. Willing to shift this power, to take this power from the old to the young. Maybe some like ancestral stuff that your past mission, and you should now take the lead, like the next generation. And that's the biggest obstacle, to take that kind of, make this shift. Death card. Things are changing. That's the biggest obstacle. That you may be resistant to the change. This looks really like a dead guy too. It's like a creeper is coming here as well. Like, okay. Yes. Okay. And then we have, it's again this kind of master Miyazaki thing here. There's some older guy you should listen. Whoever is this person, daddy or whoever is this. And then, what gives strength under my wings? Wow. Oh my god. People who have followed my readings before can see what this means. This is Ace of Cups and Venus. So there is a huge attraction and like a Venus energy. It can be also very manifesting energy because the attraction. And that gives energy, that kind of sexy and growl, like a huge love. Wow. That is amazing stuff to see. Amazing. So there is bird of the Venus. That's what's happening here. Wow. It's cool to see this. Venus. What's her name? Can I find the Venus here when I read that card? Yes, Venus. That gives the strength. The goddess Venus is almost universally equated with love and romance, beauty and pleasure. She also governs creativity, talent of all sorts and art. And not to mention, just Taurus season started, and the Venus is even like piling up together with this beautiful. It is Taurus is ruling planet is Venus. So interesting. It is Taurus season with the Venus is here clearly. And as an astrological player, Venus is true to her image and certainly represents love, partnership, and marriage. Those, however, are just one facet of Venus energy. At her most basic, she represents attraction, both what we are attracted to and what we attract to ourselves. Looking at this idea in terms of law attraction, we draw toward us and are drawn toward what we value and what we desire. And Tree of Fire is like a kind of foresight of seeing even that this is coming, like a spring in the air. Venus is here. Tree of Fire denotes the energy of attraction, whether to another person, ideal, or an item. We can see by this card and those surrounding it how the attraction itself affects the situation. And the next is totally this kind of outpouring love. The Ace is here next to this Magician. Even Magician is using aces, so it's to really be loving, really allowing yourself to be truly loving. There's this water energy also here. Wow, amazing. Can I read something about that cup card? The Ace of Cup. Wow, amazing. And how this Atame is here. We have a morrigan Atame on the table. Chalice is just, I have here, my coffee cup is getting a bit cold. Stay Wild Moonchild, fitting very well to this moon here. What do you have to learn next? Stay Wild Moonchild, maybe? Oh, I like coffee when it's cold. But, wow, passionate things. So, Ace of Water represents a relationship that promises to grow into something more, something fulfilling, something powerful, something divine. And the great right of putting the chalice into the, like, Atame to the chalice is like a high priestess and high priest are like doing this. This feels like this kind of sacred marriage ritual in a form like this. Wow. So that is here, like a sacred marriage. That gives power to the wings of this, whatever person is here, like a little bit like a seeking. This can be even a mother energy, the moon energy, like going through this transformation is looking for this kind of sacred union and a huge, beautiful beauty in even like Dostoevsky have said, like a beauty will save the world, like even very positive. If the morrigan is like this war goddess, and I took it here feeling there's a lot of this kind of thing, just staying loving, even one person does it energetically, is the way to go. Stay peaceful and loving. That is like how not let these fears, not let all this kind of squeaking birds fly around to cause havoc, but find this kind of light back. It's here. Love, really love can win the beer. Wow. Okay, we still have cards. We have, soon I'm gonna answer the questions too. We have still the current feelings of a person who is daring to stick around 2 hours busy here. Anyway, current feelings of a person. Who is the person loving? Pile number 3. Okay, this. Midnight romance. We have here, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us, Marianne Williamson said. Very fitting to this. We are fearful of that amazing goodness in our life. We are actually fearful that the best possible thing happen. How can we handle that? Then we have here telepathy, soul connection, soul level intimacy, images and messages, intense mind reading, deep feelings. Wow, there is telepathy going on here even. And twin flame connection includes also journey in past lives. Wow, this is like really the past life. The roles might be reversed in this lifetime. Younger becomes older and older younger. And twins can experience life from a different perspective when this happens. And it's not hoarding if your shit is cool. And men grow cold as girls grow old, and we all lose our charms in the end. But square cut out pearl shape, these rocks don't lose their shape. Diamonds are the girl's best friend. Okay, Marilyn song, very much Venus energy. One more Alice card. I saw this Alice picture here. Alice in the Wonderland. Is White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane. And if you go chasing rabbits and you know you are gonna fall, tell them a hookah smoking caterpillar has given you the call. Call Alice when she was just small. Wow. It's like almost like, yes, you have to call Alice when she's still small. Something is growing here. things are getting bigger. I'm more powerful, like this Venus and the crown on the here. So yeah, something is still like hidden here. This position was interesting. That what I've learned next. Understand this handling this kind of darkness and unknown, and this was also darkness then coming to as an obstacle. So the dark energy might be what indeed you fear, but you don't understand. You actually fear even the light. So just try to stay on the side of the just accepting all kind of, say, positive, because this is really mental agony also card. Not as we started about the rabbit holes. The guy was here in this energy. So remember, it's always darkest before the dawn. So maybe this is just temporary as feelings change. Okay, we have still advice card from the Earth Wisdom. So this. Wow. Then responsibility. Oh, this was a different language. Wait. There's a lot of different languages here. Comfrey, it's like a plant somewhere here. Promotes regeneration, structure, karma, clearing, and accepting responsibility. And then citrine as a stone, like the sun that is, it resembles, energizes, cleanses, and regenerates. Yeah, I've heard citrine is very good for also kind of psychic things. Oh, was it even abundance? Okay, I put just citrine in my wallet also. And then citrine, it is all too easy and disempowering to blame others, society, or bad luck for our problems. Take back your power, recreate and re-establish your inner structure by removing what no longer serves or hinders you. Put your own house in order, neat and tidy, making space to expand in ways that benefit you and the world around you. Talking about kind of like here, she's like busy organizing stones, but you could do like a spring cleaning, like exactly like cleaning this kind of darkness away, same way, like letting go things that doesn't serve. And then affirmation. I take responsibility for my actions and my life. I learn from my mistakes. I release behaviors and ideas that hinder me. I continually improve myself. So, taking responsibility. Could be even this obstacle that you need to kind of grow up here somehow. To become like a, if this was a daddy, you become like a, also the leader. So that was the pile reading. Now finally has come the moment when I can see the people's questions. Is there anybody still sticking around? This reading got very long. Thank you for being here. Any newcomers? If you don't understand this reading, this was a pick-up reading. I do weekly reading like this, and I change spreads and depending on the times. So now I felt very strongly the morrigan had to come to bring some strength. But very soon I'm gonna take somebody's question. Easter Sunday. How have you celebrated this party? It's nice people have time to see my reading, even it's Easter. Okay, let's keep this here. Maybe we're gonna use some of this text still. But me answering the question start from pulling a crystal, and I was kind of promising to Ethereal, but I don't know if she's still here. That's the problem. Like people leave, because I wanna that the person is actually here who I read. So now you would have a moment to ask question. I'm soon gonna start to read the comments. Let's see who is gonna be here. Would be nice that the person is here. Okay. And I'm soon gonna pull morrigan reading. I don't know if I'm gonna use the morrigan spread to you. And your question, it depends really what you ask. What is suitable? Okay, is there somebody commenting? Nobody's saying anything. I wanna see this question. So what was said? Ethereal said, I texted him, he was talking about this guy, and he hasn't replied, so now I'm regretting this is not gonna go well. But Prasant was here. It's nice to have. Oh, and Ethereal's guy is Leo. Ethereal said, Kushi is asking if her brother was murdered or died by suicide. If you're having trouble understanding her, just wanted to say, what is this? I really would like to have I would be really interested to even give a live reading chance to give this kind of murder mystery reading, because I mean I have noticed how psychic kills, why not to solve mysteries, but sometimes I think it would put me in the danger if somebody then would know that I know. So that's the only problem there. But if you make a more clear question, what is the actual question? Because it's like you want to know about this brother. If a brother was murdered or died by suicide. But if you're having trouble understanding her, just wanted to say, who is this Kushi? Ah, yeah, Kushi. Ah, you know this person. Okay. Please. Yeah, the language is like a suicide, murder case. Please, Revli Kushi, Ansari. Like 4 cards. Okay, no, let's take the murder mystery Kushi. Okay, let's take that. I don't know if you are still here, but I'm gonna attack you. You got a heart. There's a lot of love here. Heart chakra is telling like there is like, of course, this healing is here. Heart healing can be really like a heart is blocked when there is fake love, but like actor and actress is the negative archetype here, and the real lover is healing. But brother was murdered or died a suicide. Definitely, Kushi, you are coming with the loving, that there is this kind of outpouring true love to your brother, and no wonder. But now we're gonna see this. Maybe this is the justice that need to happen, that I'm gonna look into what happened. Was it a murder or was it a suicide? Not sure. Is there still here? If you're still here, I'm gonna attack you, Kushi Ansari. So, was it murder? or suicide. Murder cards were not really murder cards in the sense there is like a lover's card and the new chapter. This is really like a Gemini card and then the Fool card. How can I interpret this? These are like, it's a love, there is even a love crystal. Maybe the whole thing is related to some love relationship, because even the Fool card can be that lover type. But the reason is something about love has made this happen. But this is lovers and the Fool card. Major Arcana cards 6 and 0. What does it mean? And then suicide, what is it? Okay. Shaman, Hierophant, like a High Priest card. And this is connected to the graveyard people. Now it's me to understand what I would not say that is murder, because these are such a positive card, Fool and a Lovers. Rather suicide, because there is really this graveyard card, but let me think what I'm gonna understand from here, because maybe the story is gonna tell me this, what happened with the brother. What is this? Yeah, this is a bit mysterious to understand. I'm gonna take inner child healing card to see what kind of child was there, because sometimes we are like, as things stems from the childhood even. I don't know what the age was the brother when died. What was going on there? Okay, so there is this kind of swimming. I don't know how he was dying, but there's some emotional things definitely here, because this is like this could be like a fish, it could be even the horoscope sign is again like give you indication that it's like a Pisces. But what this tells us? Okay, we will find a way. I'll focus on this people from the graveyard, because this is connected to that, and that is coming to this kind of suicide. Ask, was it a suicide? Maybe there is some wisdom opens something, like it sees energy. That I just felt that is here. It's like confirmation, but now the puzzle is what happened. It looks so positive lover card here that it's hard to think like somebody would murder, because it's just like a new chapter in your life. But was it like an accident? This looks like an accident here. Five of swords, of course it is. Okay, let me read this. Folk of the graveyard. Can be like a defeat, giving up. It talks about this that he did suicide because he gave up. Something was very hard here. Being stuck to the past, worried. You should accept the past, but broken heart, hard communication, meaningful message, or like important message, need to put the record straight, and forgiveness. So it's almost like I could feel that even the person who is dead wants to come across to set the record straight, and feels really like this doesn't look like somebody murdered. It looks really like there is love here around him. but maybe he didn't felt that so, even though this is kind of Hierophant card is here, like a spiritual teacher. But was he involved in something like that? That somebody was like a teacher, shaman, like making him, like he got some beliefs, most likely. So the graveyard is the place for dead people. The dead people might show up from there to show to the living. And sometimes they had their own church mass during the night. I feel like this kind of high priestess is almost like saying like there is still like maybe some unresolved energy, like ghost energy. Interesting, this stuff. That living people should not go there. They're seeing some lights in the church alone. So they can take the living with them. It's a little bit ghost energy here. So the ghosts are this kind of dead people who doesn't give peace to their soul, but they would be walking in the twilight, still worried about the past. They could not get out of the issues. They would show up to the people where they were murdered or walking where they used to live. So I mean, this is kind of telling like if that would have happened, they would be showing. If it would be murdered, he would be showing in a place like that. Ghosts would be very attached to a place that couldn't leave that place. So if the person would have been murdered, he could have not get indeed peace. Yes. But that was also, if somebody did a suicide, they would end up in this kind of twilight. This card is asking you to let go of the past and accept your weaknesses. I get new strength facing my fears and letting go of the past. I don't blame myself or others, and I don't carry the baggage with me. I will face also the uncomfortable things straight and express what I know that is true. The truth will set free. But here in my reading, I don't see this is a murder, rather a suicide. Now we're gonna see this suicide longer. Like what is it? Because there's huge love here. Like why, like actually the question why is a very hard question to answer, because it's very hard to know when you lose somebody why it happened. There's so many things influencing it that I know myself. I have asked in some hard situation like why, and it's really hard to answer this, but looks like it is going to that suicide side here. What kind of advice I would give to this? Because you need to have a peace with this. What is that kind of energy? Murder. Suicide. God. This is a hard subject to talk even in the YouTube. I don't know how. I think the heart healing has to happen. This is the best deck. You have a heart chakra on the table, and it's really about facing all the stuff. And I think I have to read you this one thing about this, because it can give you kind of strengthening. when your heart chakra is open, you're flowing with love and compassion. You're quick to forgive and you accept others and yourself. A closed heart chakra can give way to grief, anger, jealousy, fear of betrayal, and hatred towards yourself and others. Physical imbalances may manifest as heart conditions, respiratory problems, or upper back pain. So, outside force was talking about some lover situation. So, maybe that brother had something about like disappointment in love life, could have caused this dying. But I'm just pondering, how can I give advice to show what happened. Let's have this mini tarot. Let's show what happened here. It'd be nice to know his name. Was it here? What happened? 4 cards you wanted. Queen of Swords. 9 of the similar energy that was before here. Another Queen. It's really like a relationship stuff. So here is maybe you as a sister. Worrying energy, 9 of Swords, really this card that I was showing in the 3rd pile reading. It's always darkest before the dawn, like this very worrying energy. And the Queen of Swords can be really a mental queen. And this is connected to the Lover's card, this Gemini energy. But then other side is this kind of Queen of Pentacle and the Knight of Pentacle, like almost like a couple energy. So there is maybe some love issues that has caused this. These are always people in tarot. Who are this Queen of Pentacle and who is this Knight of Pentacle? But this is very steady moving knight, kind of like a very slow moving. This is a Taurus energy as well. This is all Taurus energy. It's Taurus energy here, this card. Okay, show me more what happened with this brother. I don't know if I ever can show why, but what happened in this dying? What happened? It is some kind of idea, foresight. It is something about them. Belief now here, but this is a truth card also on the table. It's landing towards this boy, like a feeling like a trapped. I think some depression is here. Is looking towards this. Be very positive card about like succeeding, but was it he like thinking to get a way out? Was this? It's really like he took his he wanted to make this decision for him, magician. It's not easy to do this kind of readings. I think it's like it a choice. He with his mind, then he made it. I would say like that. It is like his choice. Whatever the circumstances, maybe there is some love situation, but he like felt like that was the choice. Action. And that was the choice. Suicide. But yeah, this is a hard reading. I want to give one more advice here. And which deck are we gonna use? Let's have this use in this reading. Communication. It's a little bit shamanistic again. Like maybe this brother really wanna come to take a responsibility that he did it. It is a suicide, but like he wanna communicate to get peace. Like that was his choice then, whatever he was thinking. Maybe he idolized the death, I don't know. But people who are hurt, they start to see just one way out. That can be the reason here, but understanding why is always very hard. So many reasons why something happens. Can be so many reasons, like this relationship thing could be play part. This is now advice to find peace. Daffodil is the plant. It's actually very this season. Daffodil is like a divine trumpet, creates connection with spirit guides, teachers, and humans, and enhances the ability to hear and speak in the spirit world. Beautiful thing about daffodil is I've heard like some other psychic to say, like if you see yellow flowers like daffodils, that they are really like a really spiritual flowers, like a yellow color. So the yellow card came here also. I think he's very happy to be heard. This is like, if I start to understand from this person's perspective, just to be able to even communicate now through me, it's like a relief. Okay, I did it, but it's like I want you, like this is also like a Gemini card here. I don't know what was his star sign, but like he feels like the communication is healing. The Mercury energy here is healing, and here is again communication in here. So talking about stuff, even to get connection to him through these cards, it is like he feel like he is happy to that this connection is possible. Angelite promotes communication and would be this crystal that you could even use. Communication is key with other humans perhaps, but more importantly with your spirit guides and teachers. Practice your listening and speaking skills both in this physical world and in the spiritual realm. There is much that you need to say and even more that you need to hear to strengthen your relationship to spirit. An affirmation: I'm a skilled communicator. I speak with clarity and kindness. I listen attentively without prejudice or prejudgment. I ask questions and cultivate curiosity. So I think he's happy that you are curious to ask this question. He is really happy that this is even possible, that you were seeking him. So he might be lost, but he's like happy that there is this communication. This is also communication. Like it is like there's really this relief here, that he would let you know that it's like he's just wanting to give like a love message here. This heart chakra, even like a heart healing, he would just wish to have that. See, maybe whatever Mercury is a quick energy, that would have been the reason. Even there was a quick decision, okay, enough. And then is in life, indeed, patience is a virtue. So much was unsaid then and left in the middle. But here at least the communication is still here to say like, keep connecting, because that is healing. Connection is healing. Okay, I hope this helped. And this is first time I was trying to solve like a death case, but kind of not, because I've been looking into one Belgian backpacker who got killed in Australia. I was really Theo Hayes. I was interested to look into him, and even like at that, I just wish that those things never would happen. Things happen, of course, and then you are not knowing even where the body is, then that's the worst. If that happens, that nobody can find the person, the body is even missing. That's why I feel like I would like to sometimes solve mysteries and just go into those places if I could find something like this. My skills would be maybe helpful. Okay, is there still question? Now is Easter. I might take one more question. This was very darkish question, but I took it. I think people are not really here. Maybe this Easter resurrection theme was exactly right moment to have. That card was really like a, no, I mixed the card already, but really like a right moment to connect to that brother. I think about it now. Yes, and Prasan say, I'm scared, please help. Have no options. Well, are you Prasan still here? Because I could take another question here, because I love when somebody is present and not like I just dropped a question and then disappears. But I don't see anybody commenting now. So maybe I've been enough busy, 2.5 hours busy. Let's go end this reading. This was now the free question. And if nobody's saying anything anymore, I think I just wish everybody happy Easter. And thanks for watching. Bye.